Who was he?
I do not know.
What did he want with us? We're nobodies. Did you kill him?
I did what had to be done.
You'll find that your dad is very good at killing things.
Could have died. Never leave me alone again. All right?
All right.
I don't know if that's a promise Kratos can really keep. We'll see.
You've had to kill people before, haven't you? You're used to it.
We do what we must to survive.
Animals, I get. They're food. Draugr, they're supposed to be dead. But people, they're trying to survive too.
Close your heart to it. On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creature. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them. They will not feel for you.
I understand.
Do you? You can't truly understand until you've had at least 3 main games. And 3 spin-offs.
Why don't you help me up there? I can get a better look.
Okay, back to another kind of like a puzzle-ish area, so let's explore this place. Fortunately, I think we've already missed one of those artifacts from before, the toys that we were finding near our house. Because, yeah, some of them are really well hidden. Of course, another thing that I can thankfully say is that as far as all the collectibles go... Oh, hey, look, we're at 1% complete in Midgard. That's fantastic. As far as getting everything in this game is concerned, there is nothing in this game that is missable. You can get... as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure you can get everything in this game no matter what, even if you're coming back towards the end of the game. It's all available to you all the time, which is, like... It's... Honestly, that is the bare minimum that a developer should do when a game has like a million collectibles or stuff. When I get kind of angry when it's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to do, but some of it's missable. So if you're not following a guide, you're gonna miss a bunch. Like, it's just dumb.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
It still baffles my mind that games like the Arkham games, for instance, like they have like hundreds upon hundreds of Riddler trophies, and the map, like, changes quite a bit throughout each of those games, and no matter what, like, you'll always be able to collect all of them, which, again, mark of a good developer. And this game's no different.
Foolish.
What is? Worshipping the gods?
The gods care nothing for them. Men should not pray to monsters.
Jeez. That includes you, you know. Anyway, we saw this a little bit earlier, but throughout the game is actually these barrels that you're going to be finding, and these barrels are pretty useful to pick up at the beginning of the game, mainly because they're just easy caches of hack silver to collect. And usually they're just hidden in plain sight right above you, and you can knock them down with the Leviathan axe and grab some hack silver. Again, towards the end of the game, it's going to be chump change, and it's not even going to be worth it. But towards the beginning of the game, it's going to be really useful to try and look out for those as often as possible. Wow, as if I did that. I'm a fool. There we go. Okay, moving on. I love how quickly Atreus, like, hops onto your back. Like, he's ready to go, no matter how far he is.
Will we see others on the road?
Yes.
Friendly?
No.
They'll try and rob us?
Possibly. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the road ahead is not going to be an easy one. I mean, it will be, because I'm God. Hey. Whoa! What put a spring in his step so quick?
Look. All this time, there's been a protection stave around our entire woods. But the stave's broken there. Did you cut those down?
She hand marked the tree she wished used for her pyre.
That's awfully
Why'd you do that?
specific.
Come.
Also kind of morbid.
No looking back now.
like going through the forest, like marking those trees and being like, we're just gonna mark these trees because this is what I want to die. This is what I want to burn on. Why not just like mark the trees and then be like, okay, you see this tree right here? Just cut it down right now. It'll save you all the backtracking time looking for it later. Thank God Kratos did all of that off screen. No, there's actually a downloadable demo for this game. It's just a chopping down tree simulator. It's like the prologue of the game. God of War off the record, or
So,
God of War beginning hour,
how long
whatever
will it take to get to the
whatever
mountain?
joke is more funny.
I do not know.
Whoever. I give
Before
up.
Winter Falls?
I do not know.
Okay. They don't
Okay, the Wildwoods.
fire?
Edge, rather. So, more Draugr, and these ones look a little bit beefier. Oh, God. Okay, sweet. So, as you saw, like, already that teamwork skill is coming in handy, because he just tore that guy, gave him a sweet dropkick. Also, we're gonna murder this guy. Okay, so now that Atreus is actually in our party, he can actually, again, help us with all sorts of cool stuff, including arrows. So by pressing, for me, it's R2, you can actually fire arrows, and again, infinite resource that are at the bottom left of the screen, and they will just infinitely regenerate. And they're really good at the beginning because they add a lot of stun on enemies, and we're gonna get a lot of upgrades later to help the arrows make them even better. There we go. So one thing I actually haven't mentioned, by the way, is that you might be noticing some of the controls are different, like R2 for Atreus to shoot his arrows. Again, I have to say that the default control scheme in this game is bizarre, because even doing something as simple as attacking with the Leviathan Axe is bound to R1 and R2 for light and heavy swing. And the idea of going through the entire game mashing the triggers to do combos sounds miserable, so I've changed it to the classic setup of square is light attack, triangle is heavy attack, and arrows are just R2.
Should be yours, but only when safe to do so.
I can do that. Look there.
Yeah, again, default controls, I'm pretty sure square is shooting arrows, which, just bizarre. Like, why are the face buttons your secondary attacks, and the triggers are your main ones? Like, it's not like a first-person shooter, so it just seems bizarre, but oh well. At least you can change it.
Boy,
Sir. There's a Yutner settlement ahead.
Yutnar,
Giants.
you can read the writing.
Some. Just the language his mother knew. But they're all sort of connected, so sometimes I can feel my way through stuff I shouldn't know. You know?
And again, our boy is extremely good at stuff. He can even read writing, which I don't know if Kratos can necessarily read a lot of this writing, because he doesn't even hail from these lands. So our boy comes in handy in all sorts of ways, not just in the combat with his arrows. Okay. Things are going pretty well so far. Picking up lots of hack silver. Hacking lots of dudes open. Oh shit. Okay, so this is another Hellwalker, and like I said, only certain Hellwalkers are immune to the Leviathan Axe. So that one wasn't completely covered in blue. Like, he didn't have, like... They sort of look like White Walkers a little bit from Game of Thrones. Like, they have, like, spikes on their head, basically, and the ones with spikes on their heads are usually the ones that are completely immune, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, right here is definitely a rarer chest than usual, because these chests usually contain special attacks. Hell's Touch. So, throughout the game, you're going to be collecting all sorts of different attacks called runic attacks, and they are essentially... wow, it's really guiding me through this. Okay. Baby's first game. There we go. Holy shit. I could have all explained that, but the game wanted me to guide it through, because this is a game made for children. Anyway, so runic attacks. This is the first one that we get, very out in the open, Hell's Touch. And this is basically just a quick flash of light that will stun all the enemies, has a really wide radius, and doesn't do that much damage, but has a lot of stun, like you'd think it would. And yeah, you can just do that by holding L1 and pressing square. And those attacks have cooldowns, and these cooldowns appear in the bottom corner.
Whoa! How'd you do that?
So at the bottom corner, right above our axe, is a little meter, and you might be able to see right now that it's actually filling up very slowly. I think it's like 30 seconds for this cooldown. And there's all sorts of special attacks that you can get in this game for the light and heavy swings. We're going to be picking up a ton, and there's some really good ones. And as you saw in the menu, you can actually take these upgrades and spend experience to level these up as well. And these are fucking expensive, like especially level 3. Leveling up to level 3 is like stupid expensive a lot of the time. So it's really not worth it to upgrade the runic attacks until later in the game when you're swimming in experience points. Because for now, we're going to really need to spend it on as many skills as possible.
Move.
Thanks. There's the mountain! Let's go!
Not yet.
Nice. Look how close we are.
See?
Oh, for fuck's sakes, boy.
Father, help!
Hang on!
Hurry! I'm slipping!
Stay calm. Almost there.
Why not just throw the Levi? Oh, shit.
That wasn't so bad.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
Why not just throw the Leviathan axe, have him grab onto it, and then recall it?
More Draugr. But these aren't moving. Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Not dead, not dead!
What did you think was gonna happen, boy?
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Okay, so one thing you might have noticed for that guy is that his health bar was of a slightly different color, and he also had a different number next to his head, and that's because every enemy in this game actually has a power level attached to it, and the power level is what you think it is. It actually is telling you what level of enemies there are, and thankfully it's not something, it doesn't go up to like a level 100 or something dumb like that. Numbers this game actually uses are extremely small, so I think the highest level in this game is like level 9, I think. So again, very small numbers throughout the entire game, which is nice. It just always feels like overkill when it's like it can go up to like in the hundreds for something like this. But anyway, yeah, these are a little bit more shielded enemies, and this is where also ranged enemies come into play. And again, aiming with the Leviathan axe is very useful. What I did there was not easy, but I've played the entire game, so I've gotten used to how the axe works. Because at the beginning, I was kind of stumbling through this entire game towards the beginning, just really having a hard time. And I'll let you know it's some of the upcoming fights, because some of them are pretty brutal, even on a first playthrough. What is he wanting to say? Okay, over here.
Read it.
Oh, this used to be a marketplace. The giants used to gather here to trade with the gods a long time ago.
Oh, cool.
Our phone was over here.
What the?
Above us! Something's breaking through the wall!
Oh, shit.
Something's breaking through the wall!
Yeah, I heard you the first time, boy. Okay, advanced heavy Draugr. And you remember when I said this game gets really hard real quick? This fight is crazy difficult on your first try. Again, won't come across that much in this playthrough, because not only am I playing on easy mode, but I've also played the entire game, so I know exactly what I'm doing at this point. But yeah, this game throws you up against like 5 heavy Draugr at once, and it's really, really brutal on your first playthrough. Of course, we tore him through him, no problem. Yeah, we'd probably be swinging our axe for another 2 minutes. Just 1 difficulty above. Again, can't stress the difference between difficulties is pretty massive in this game. Okay, let's move on.
Do you hear that? What is it?
We will see. Stay close.
Whoa, okay, this environment changed pretty drastically. Weird. There's a chest over there. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
What is that?
What the hell? Creepy.
So we're going towards the scary scene?
There we go. Don't mind me just picking up gold. Oh shit. Okay, and this is one of the most annoying enemy types in the entire game. This is a revenant. These witchy witch bastards are really, really irritating to deal with because the gimmick with them is that they love to teleport, and throwing their axe at them is what specifically causes them to try and teleport.
That was a real revenant. Never thought I'd see one up close.
But the way to defeat them very easily is rely on your sun, because she can dodge your axe extremely easily, but one thing she cannot dodge is your sun's arrows. So all you have to do is just hit her with one arrow, and then go to town with the Leviathan axe throws, and then you'll be good as gold. Obviously, it gets a little more complicated when there's multiple enemy types in the same room as a revenant. Again, as far as enemy types go, they're one of the more annoying
I told
ones.
you, boy. I know nothing more of it.
Yeah, well, if we head down here, we can actually find some hidden loot, including an extremely powerful enemy, level 3. And whenever an enemy has a purple health bar, that's when you know not to fuck with it. Again, this guy fucks your shit up the first time. Oh shit. So you might have seen right there that this game has, whenever he attacked me, there was a yellow like pulse. Those can be parried if you press L1, and the timing is pretty generous in this game, thankfully, for the parrying. But whenever there's a red circle, you need to dodge, because even if you parry it, you will still take damage from it. So you can parry it, it's not recommended, and it will probably knock you back and leave you open to more attacks. So red dodge, yellow block.
Boy.
Sorry. Imagination.
Yeah, let's just go to our menu real quick and just see. I don't believe we actually have enough experience to actually level anything up. And as far as anything like this go, yeah, we don't have anything like this that we can actually equip. So I will get into the large array of like how the equipment system works and power levels and stuff. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that. I will get into it when it's more appropriate, like when we actually get stuff. Okay, another hidden chest. Beautiful. Soft Svalartium steel. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Also, I've been neglecting some of these buckets. I should probably not.
I guess we need to get back up there. But how?
Follow me.
Okay. We are actually blowing through this. I remember this taking a... Oh, shit! I probably could have blocked that, but that works too. There we go. Oh, well. I wanted to punish him for his misdeeds, but it didn't really work out that way. There we go. Just rip a man in half like it's no big deal. Swing and a miss. Okay, there we go. What? Oh shit. Nice try. God, I feel so nerfed right now. There's so much more you can do when you get skills, trust me. Trust me, the combat gets a little more interesting. Although I'd say it's pretty interesting right now. It helps that I know what I'm doing, because, yeah. For the first couple hours of the game, I neglected using the throwing axe like that much. I would normally just like go up close and personal, and no, the game really teaches you really quick that if you go up close and personal, you're gonna die a lot of the time. It's best to stay ranged as much as possible, especially when you get some ranged upgrades and your arrow upgrades and stuff. Speaking of upgrades, we actually got 100 skill points for checking that lore on the ground. Reading the lore. So Let's see what we can actually get. When Atreus is choking enemy, he can perform a combo move if Kratos launches the enemy. That's pretty good. At the same time, it'd be nice to get some actual, like, you know, skills like this. So, Hold triangle for a brutal cleave. That is pretty fun. So I'm going to say let's go for the more fun one. As good as Atreus is to upgrade right now, let's just... let's get at least one axe attack, because those are fun.
Another one here.
It says his name is Hrungnir. Mother told me about him. A giant warrior made of stone. Looks like he was in a pretty big battle. Odin's there, Thor, even the world serpent.
Cool.
Oh, Thor must have smashed his head apart. See? But look, Hrungnir's body squished him. Idiot.
Yeah, you're gonna find a lot. Oh, I thought that was a collectible for a sec. Yeah, you're gonna find with a lot of those stories that Atreus is gonna read that I keep pronouncing the name wrong, I'm sorry. Atreus, that's the name. Atreus. Boy, that's his name. You're gonna find with a lot of the scrolls that mention Thor that most of those stories end with Thor caving someone's skull. Yeah, Thor might not be as friendly as a person as the Marvel movies make him out to be. Rule of thumb for most lore, whether it be Greek or Norse or anything, gods are dicks. That's the one defining thing that you're always gonna see. Okay, that's where we came from. So let's go over here instead. Ooh. Okay, well, we can break that open real easily. Perfect. And this one too.
Some people might try and rob us. I'll kill them if they try. I'm not afraid.
If we encounter men, you will stay out of it. Understand?
But I can fight.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak no more of this.
Yeah, I don't think you should be going anywhere near people like the stranger. Unless you are fond of snapping necks. Okay, so here's another chest that contains, that is sealed with the 3 seals. So this is the fun part, because, yeah, some of them are hidden in very faraway places like that. And we're only missing one more by the looks of it, so let's see if I can find it sooner rather than later. Okay, I think I found it. It's actually over here. All the way over here across this bridge. There we go. Yeah, some of it can get pretty far away. It's usually within, like... 40 meters of the chest, though, so you don't have to go too far out of the way a lot of the time. It's kind of hard to tell what 40 meters is right now, but don't. The game will help us with direction later. Don't worry. Sweet, another Idun apple, which, again, the more the merrier. Thankfully, these ruin chests are kind of hard to miss. The hard part about finding the ruin chests is actually opening them, rather than finding the location of the chest. So, I was able to easily find all of the apples in the game. No big issue. Okay, this guy is immune, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to punch the shit out of him, and then sock him right in the chest. Damn right, I think I got him. Okay, more revenants. Let's just go super power mode, and yeah, this rage mode is extremely powerful. Another cool thing about rage mode is that the more you punch things, the actually, you're not seeing it right now, but one of the most useful things about it... Ooh. Oh, darn. I really wanted to do the execution on that guy, because every enemy type is different. Well, some of them are the same. Like, the light Draugr and the light Hellwalkers have an identical animation, as you can see. This guy's level 2, but won't be too hard to deal with. Trace just looks. Okay, there we go. Okay, this execution is pretty useful because you can actually throw the enemies, and yes, when you throw enemies, they can go straight off cliffs, which is an insta kill.
There will be more.
Oh, by the way, if you're worried about like throwing enemies off and like missing out on the loot they carry, don't worry. Because the game actually has a really cool way of dealing with missing loot. Like if there's a piece of something, like a really rare piece of gear or something, and you don't pick it up from an enemy, like it falls off a cliff or something. The game actually has a cool way of actually dealing with that. So we'll see that a little bit later. For now, I'll just let you know that something like that is in place. Okay, let's freeze it right here. There we go.
You did it.
Okay, unfortunately, this gate is still in place, so there has to be some sort of way to get in there. Oh, I see. Right there. Okay, well, we will keep that chain in mind, because, yeah, we're going to need to do that. Obviously. Doy. Oh, and where is my axe? There it is. Never gets old. Did we get any experience points, or... No, it does not look like it. Okay.
All these dead. You think it's safe in there?
You think it's safer out here?
Well, it reminds me, I actually need to use that Executioner's Cleave, because I haven't actually used it yet. I will keep that in mind for the next combat. For the next sorry sap I see, they're gonna get cleaved. That's a promise.
Oh, what's that smell?
Now!
What the?
Hellwalkers? They're untouched. Look.
Oh, shit.
Someone start the fires! Sigmund, your knives. So many days without meat.
Meat? Wait, us?
Behind me.
What if they change like the others? We'll have to keep them alive. Strip off their meat. A little at a time.
This fight is mine alone.
I promised one of you'd get cleaved! Oh, come on! Okay, I guess it's because we're fighting human men, but normally there's a pretty brutal animation with the cleave. I guess they didn't want us to see that. Oh, shit. Nice try, asshole. No, that was easy. What the... Oh! You piece of shit. There we go. Oh, you too? Really? Okay, you'll suffer the same fate. What the? You can't do that! I was in the middle of throwing my axe! You don't mess with a man and his axe throws! What the? Oh, shit. Knave.
Close your heart to it.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than hunting deer. I would know.
We have a long journey.
What the hell? Oh, shit! Damn! Oh, shit.
Wait here.
Daddy's got some cleaving to do. Oh, fuck. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna cleave this guy, but unfortunately he's immune, so let's punch him real quick. There we go. This isn't the same guy. Well, he's dead now. Okay. Okay. I promise cleaving! There we go! Okay, yeah. You see why they probably didn't let you do that on the human enemies? Spoiler alert, I don't think you ever fight another human in this game, period. At least not like that. Like, you don't ever fight, like, grunts like that or anything. So I guess that's why they didn't... I kind of want to mod the game so you can. I was like, Jesus Christ, Dad, he's a human man that you just did that to.
Find something to pull me up.
Okay.
Up you go, Ellie. Fuck, I mean, boy. Sorry, I got the two confused. Yeah, you can tell this game takes a little bit of inspiration from that. It's pretty apparent, in camera angle and all. Where are you?
Atreus, the chain.
The chain. Right.
Yep. Hurry along now, please.
You are in your head, boy. Let it go. He would have killed you.
I know, I had to do it. I do know that, I just...
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
And we will go home, boy.
What?
To give up this easily. So close to the start.
Wait, no. I'm not giving up. I can do this. I just have to, you know, catch my breath.
Well,
Come
before
on
you
up.
catch your breath, how about you
I'm
kick
ready.
this goddamn chain? Thank you. God. Such a simple thing, but the cling of the chains and like the animation of it coming down is always satisfying for some reason. I don't know. There we go. Kratos pays him no mind, just goes right back to his main duty of smashing pots all over the place. As any reasonable man would.
Listen to me. To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
I understand.